Hello, everyone! So some crucial changes happened to Jiaoqiu's kit, and today I am going to be talking about them. So of course, sit tight as I explain his new kit, Light Cone, and Eidolons. The usual disclaimer that I'll try my best to explain his kit, and if you want a dedicated video about his kit, playstyle, etc., let me know. So let's start off with his kit changes. So his kit got a lot changed, which is very sad considering the fact that he was broken. Anyway, so beginning with his skill, this was the old version. And now they have somewhat changed the multipliers. His new skill states that it deals a decent bit of damage to the main target and a little bit to adjacent targets. Along with his, Jiaoqiu has a 100% base chance of inflicting a debuff called Ashen Roast to the enemies. His personal damage has fallen a lot with these multipliers, which is kind of disappointing to be honest, but he still provides something. Moving on, some changes were also made to his ultimate and talent. So let's look at those next. Starting with his ultimate, that's his previous one, and his new one states that upon use, it deals a little bit of fire damage to all targets on the field. That's pretty much the only part that got changed, so I'm not gonna waste your time explaining his whole ultimate. So just like his skill, the multipliers have become really low, which has a significant impact on his personal damage, and he can deal that big of a damage anymore, which lacks his sub-DPS potential. Let's discuss the changes that were made to his talent next. The previous version of his talent has remained the same, but they added a little bit of DOT. So his talent states that whenever he uses a basic attack, skill, or ultimate, it has a 100% base change of inflicting Ashen Roast to the enemies hit by the attack. The first stack of Ashen Roast increases damage taken by the target with the debuff by a total of 15%, and it can stack up to 5 times. Each stack after the first further increases damage taken by the enemy by 5% with a duration of 2 turns. On top of that, enemies afflicted with Ashen Roast will be considered to have the burning debuff, and at the start of their turn, it deals fire damage equal to 180% of Jiaoqiu's fire damage. So that's how he can also deal DOT damage. But still, his damage output is way lower than other Nihility units, such as Gneifen and Black Swan. That's a bit disappointing, considering the fact that Gneifen is a 4-star character, but he still provides lots of utility to the team. So his traces got changed a lot, and people are not gonna like it, but anyway. His first trace previously stated that whenever his field existed, all enemies' effect hit rate was reduced by 30%. And on top of that, at the start of each turn, enemies receive additional fire damage equal to 150% of Jiaoqiu's attack, which was pretty damn good. But now they have changed it completely, and now at the start of the battle, he immediately regenerates 15 energy. Yeah, that's it. It could help with his energy requirements, but still, his old trace was way better. Finally, for his Eidolons, the only one that got changed is his E2. His previous one stated that Ashen Roast would be considered to be the burn debuff, and enemies would take fire damage at the start of their turn equal to 300% of his attack. A lot of people wanted the DOT part to be a part of his kit, and they did that, so now when an enemy is in the Ashen Roast state, increases the damage multiplier of fire DOT inflicted by Ashen Roast by 300%, which is really good for an E2. Lastly, let's take a look at the changes that were made to his Light Cone. So that's the previous effect, which was really good, but now it has changed, and it states that it increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 60%, just like the previous one. Moreover, whenever the wearer attacks via normal attack, skill, or ultimate, It has a 100% base chance to inflict the damaged target with a special debuff called Unarmored. This effect lasts for a total of 2 turns, and whenever an enemy is inflicted with the effect, the damage they take is increased by 10%. So here starts the part where they changed it a bit. So when the target is under the DOT state that the wearer applied, there is a 60% base chance to escalate Unarmored and inflict another effect called Cornered State, which further increases the damage the target receives by 14%, lasting for 2 turns. To be honest, his light cone is still really good for him, but not that universal. All in all, Jiaoqiu's kit has let me down a lot, but he is still a really strong character and the best support for Acheron. Even though we all expected him to be the 5-star version of Pella, but he is more like a Ganefan now. Anyway, I didn't mention it before as it gets annoying, but if you liked the video, consider subscribing, and also don't forget to join our brand new Discord server, the link in the description. So that's it, see ya in the next video.